Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. It's Nick here and I've started the video too early. Anyway, I'm loading up Carmania. I think it's one of those ones where it's load ... code. So see if I can work that out. List, that's not it. Anyway, Carmania is by Video Software in 90... Oh, come on, get it right. Load, extended mode, and then code, and that should do it by the emulation. Right, okay, good. Now this is by Video Software in 1984. It's a vertical scrolling race and chase. I think you have to survive as long as you possibly can. So I'm in this red car, whoops, crash, and I've got to overtake as many blue cars as I possibly can. I'm in low gear. We don't get any points unless we're in high gear for some reason. So it's a bit like a top-down 2D version of Enduro, I suppose, on the Atari 2600. The time's ticking down on the right. Basically, we've got to get the highest score we possibly can before we run out of time. There's only one stage. It's only ever straight, and we're only racing against these blue cars. It's not a race, really. Survive as long as you possibly can in the time span. Well, get as many points in high gear, that's it. So it's avoid them up, avoid as many cars as you possibly can. Now, if you had this game back in the day, let me know. It's fairly basic. The red card is flashing a little bit. Would it have been better in black? No, I think red is acceptable. So it's red on a cyan road. It's almost as if we're going down a river. Why didn't they do a black road? I don't know. Maybe they wanted to make it a little bit more interesting. So basically there's only 3 keys here. N and M, left and right, and S is to change gear. Low gear to try and, well, if you run out of room, get into low gear to try and get around. But it's probably best to stay in high gear the whole time. Just get as many and get as many points as you can. Don't crash into the scenery. Don't crash into the other cars. So I don't know what Grand Prix this is, but it's a Grand Prix of, well, I should have been in pole position and not overtaken anyone. But there's cars everywhere, and I'm in a bit of a hurry. So don't get confused. The cars aren't coming down the screen. I'm gradually trying to overtake them all, I think. I don't know, am I? It's a bit hard to see which way round these cars are. Maybe I'm heading straight towards them. Maybe. I'm getting confused now. I think I'm driving around and gradually overtaking them. I think that's what I'm doing. They're not heading in my direction, although your brain could make you think that you are. That's it. So I've got 74 points. Well, that's quite good. The end. Gradually getting lower and lower. That's a good effect, that, isn't it? So that's probably the best bit of the game. So it's very, very basic. It's 1984. Feels like a game from 1982. But anyway, maybe it could have been a bit better by this stage. But it suffices. By Richard Desforges, if I pronounce that right. Right, pressing the key to start again. We've got to beat 74. Let's hope I can do this. So these reviews aren't about expert gameplay. It's about seeing how the game plays, essentially. But the main thing is, would there been enough there if you want to go back and play it again? Now, I think by 84, I think it might have bored me a bit because there's not a great deal more to it. But anyway, let's just concentrate on getting the highest score I possibly can. As soon as you get your highest score ever and you can't beat it, I think you sort of like run out of impetus to play it again. But what's good is it's got a nice border effect when you crash into stuff, so that's nice. That's quite an advanced thing for the game to have. So vertical scrolling, race and chase. Here we go. In low gear. Pointless being in low gear, what I'm being, because the score's not going up in low gear. 2 gears. A lot of games should have 2 gears as well. A lot of arcade games regardless. So, what am I trying to beat? I forgot. It would be good to see the high score on the screen at this point, which is not actually physically showing. Could have been in the arcades, I suppose, in the 70s, but it wasn't. Biff. Odd little explosion there, graphic of the red car. I've got the number 1. No one else has got a number on them. Number 1 is normally reserved for the world champion in Formula 1. So obviously I'm the world champion here. It's scrolling, well, acceptable, I suppose, without being sensational. It's not the sort of game I'd expect an HD remake. So please consider subscribing if you haven't already. That helps the channel grow. Huge thank you if you have done. So it's about seeing the good games, the basic games, the advanced games, and there's such a range on the zxspectrum now. Who'd have thought from 1982 to the modern day, well 2022 at time recording, might be far in advance where you are, that the games are still being produced there. If you want to see other zxspectrum games, click on my username. Then click on the, well, you'll be on the channel page, then click on the playlist, and then you see ZxSpectrum. There's about 1,000 there. If you want to go through all of them, well, good luck to you. It's going to take you absolutely forever. There, all you can do is search your favourite ones on the channel page as well. Boom. Did I beat the high score there? Wasn't paying attention. I was too busy jibber-jabbering. Jibber-jabber, like Mr. T. I don't think Mr. T ever played this one. B.A. Baracus stands for bad attitude in the A-team. Yes, there we go. Not Brian Atkins. That wasn't his real name. Right. Right, 136. I need to beat that. I think I need to just slam this in a high gear and just try and advance as much as I possibly can. That's the only way to get the points. So it's all about your highest score in this. don't know what the maximum score is. If you played it a lot, then put your highest score in the comment section below. See if you can beat what I've got. So at the moment I'm on 136. Ooh, 99. There's a couple of pokes of this, but their point is, one is immunity. Well, I suppose you can see what the highest score is possibly to get. And the other one is infinite time, which would be absolutely pointless as well. But anyway, so just play it as normal. No need to really cheat on this one. Car sound is as expected. It's using the zxspectrum's blipper there. Yes, anyway, I don't think they could have done much more with that. It's not a 128k version. Right, let's have a good old run here. Come on, let's get into the 200s. We can do this thing. We're zipping along. God, dear. This is a bit like the old Mercedes days in Formula 1, where one car was much quicker than the others. Whoa. Right, okay, this is good. Right, that's high score already, I think. Yeah, high score blip. No, this is in fantasy territory now. It's at 52 seconds. How could this game be improved? Oops. Corners maybe, a bit like a bit like Spy Hunter, I guess. Different levels, maybe a distanceometer to get to the end before the time runs out. Checkpoints, so it could be improved quite a bit. Yeah, as I say, 1984. I think there's a lot of better alternatives at this point. If it had been one of the early games, 82, 83 maybe on the zxspectrum, it would have done a bit better. But it's got a good name, Carmania. It wasn't a Carmania 2 that I'm aware of. But yeah, Video Software 84. I don't think Video Software did a great many games. I think they did a few utilities there, but games-wise, this might be the most advanced one they physically did. We'll just do a shout out to the members there. Thank you, members, for keeping the channel running and ticking over. I will try and put out as much as I possibly can. 337, what a score there. I will try and put as much as I possibly can. It's all about defeating stress and all that sort of stuff. What's the time? I think I should have one more go, although you've seen pretty much how this game plays, sound-wise, playability-wise. In summary, it's pretty basic. It's a bit late on the scene. 84 should have been maybe 82, 83, so it's a bit behind the times even back then. It's got a little bit of addictiveness to it, but as soon as you've got the highest score you can ever get, I think I've really pushed as much playability as I can out of this, then there's not any real reason to go and play it again. But nice to see. It's not too far off feeling like a typing game, is it really? The graphics aren't that varied. The car's flashing quite a bit there as it keeps redrawing it on the screen, so with a bit more skill they could have done that as a bit fuller. But anyway, it suffices without being one to remember with any real fond memories. But having said that, if you was a kid back in the day, you might have liked this if you got a bit of nostalgia for it. It's like a top-down vertical scrolling version of Enduro, I suppose. And Enduro did come out on the zxspectrum as well. Check that one out. The car looks a bit like a spider rather than a fast-moving vehicle, but we won't worry about that. Road cyan could have changed every now and again to give it a bit of variety, but it doesn't. Probably would have programmed this in an afternoon. I don't think it would take a great deal of thinking about. Right, I'd like to see the program of this, but you know, I can't break into it. I don't think. No. Right, but remember the trickiest bit. It's one of those games where to load it, instead of doing load to inverted commas, you do load code. Code. Yes, showed you that bit at the beginning. But anyway, this is being emulated, so you didn't have to watch the loading times. But even then, I would have edited it out. I'm crashing into a bit now. 282. I don't think I can get the highest score, am I? Let's step on it, big nose. Might do. Come on, can we get into 400s? 20 seconds. Can't afford to crash into anything now, so that's where the excitement is. 327. 337, wasn't it? There we go. Good. So flip into high gear as quickly as you can. Low gears to avoid the cars, but you know, that's a waste of time. You might as well there. But yeah, there's a bit of an illusion there. I thought we was gradually catching up the cars and overtaking them, but they might as well be driving towards us. I can't quite make it out, but never mind. Right, the end. It's the end, my friend. At the end round the... I did say that was my last go, didn't I? I'm tempted to have another one. Shall I have another one? Shall I have another go? We don't really need to have another go. Have another go, Nick. Well, maybe it is addictive after all. You scored 370. The highest score is 370. Well done me. I don't know where I pull these high scores from. Press any key to play again if you want to. Well, okay then. This is definitely my last go now, folks. If you're still here, then comment below. I don't think there'll be too many reviews longer than this because you could probably say everything this game has in about 30 seconds. But yes. Anyway, so welcome to the longest review that I know of Carmania on the ZX Spectrum. It's all about having fun, all about stress busting. We will talk a lot of nonsense during the way, almost as if you're around a friend's house and then you start hitting your friend over the head and say, look, load something else, load Jet Set Willy or Manic Mine or Attic Attack. He said, no, I'm playing Carmania, I got it for my birthday, I asked my parents for it, they saved up, they sacrificed not eating for a couple of weeks and they bought me this, Carmania. It's cars and it's mania. It's crazy cars. It's craziness. It's as crazy as you can get in cars. Right. Put below the illusion. Are the cars driving towards us, or are we overtaking the blue cars? If we are driving in the direction of the blue cars, that's blooming scary. Don't know if you ever played any of the Formula 1 games or any racing games and drove the wrong way around the track. It does feel a little bit like that. But I think we're gradually overtaking them. Maybe. Oh, my eyes can't make it out now. Let me know what you think. Cars driving towards us, or am I driving towards them and overtaking them? Don't know. Right. Speed it, big nose, as they say in all Formula 1 circles. Right. Come on, right. What we got to get? 370, was it? Can't remember now. Right, go. Got 18 seconds. Power it. Step on it. Only 2 gears, low and high. Staying high. I think I'm going to get this end on a high here. See, if you crash, the timer still ticks down where it like respawns your car onto the track. We can say respawn. Is that a high score? I think there might be. Come on. Oh. 386. Is that it? 386. So that's. I think that is my high score. So if you beat 386, you'd have to watch the end of the video to know this. But if you beat 386, let me know what you got. See if you can get into the 400s. That'll be a great feeling if you can actually do that without cheats on, mind you. Right, Carmania, good. So I hope you like having a look at that game. You see what I thought of it. It suffices, but it's not anything special really. It's one of those. So yeah, that was Carmania on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Video Software in 1984. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? Then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.